G'day everybody, welcome back to Sprouts Tarot. So today's reading is going to be about the surprise that is coming for you soon. So when I mean soon, I mean within maybe this 1 month is what I'm guessing. However, I don't really know because I've only picked this grounding card. I don't have any other information at this stage. So it's going to be a journey for both me and you. So just pick a card, the one that speaks to the most, and I'll see you in a little while. Welcome back, Group 1. So if you picked this card, the 10 of Cups, the surprise coming for you is going to be finally peace or emotional fulfillment after a struggle of some sort. So there's contentment. You can see this kind of family with little darling hearts all over the squirrels' bodies. You can see that there is room for dependency, there is room for nurturing, there is room for exploration, and generally support. Okay, so you can see this is like a family support system, and this can include like a real family where there's blood relations, or it can mean like a soul group or soul family. And generally things just look harmonious and bright. So that's the surprise coming for you. Now let's see what could possibly have happened in this passage to lead to this being the surprise. Okay, so I've got the Fixed Star Oracle, and I drew this card when I asked for an energy for this reading. And the Fixed Star is Altair. Rise above your self-imposed limitations and fly high like an eagle. Now, the Sabian degree here is to Aquarius. Now, the Aquarius to Sabian symbol is a sudden thunder storm or lightning bolt, which means that there is some sort of disruption. The archetype of this particular Sabian symbol talks about maybe like a Huck Finn story, like a rebellion youngster that goes against the grain of society, but eventually does good and then comes back to the fold and wins kind of approval. Okay, so, or at least becomes a legend of some sort. So that's the kind of general anchoring with this surprise. Now, from the Illuminated Earth article, I got like an elemental like energy, and the card that I drew was creating wholeness by going to the underworld. So this is a shadow card, which means that it is maybe you have gone through a period of soul searching. Maybe you have been forced to look at sides of yourself that you didn't know or were not prepared to accept. So it seems as though it's a trials and tribulations background before reaching this 10 of Cups, which is the surprise that's coming to you. Okay, so that's just my impression by looking at this energy, these cards. But now I'm going to use tarot to get a more concrete story and maybe some more insights on this journey that you've undertaken. So it seems as though it's quite a powerful time in your life. So maybe this going through the underworld is maybe due to an actual age progression, or it could be a life situation progression. So but I don't know. Let's go through the, let's use tarot to look at the story more closely. Okay, so please give me the significator. What is Group 1's significator? Oh, the Chariot. Okay, so this card, as you can see here, this is the North Node. There's a new direction coming forth in your life. So you've got very powerful energy here. That energy needs to be tempered. Okay, so we need to see in what area though. What area in your life does this Chariot relate to? Okay, let's see. This looks like an exciting reading. It really does, because it's a very good ending. Let's see what has happened along the way. Okay, let's see. So not in one. Okay, not in two. Ooh. Okay, so it is maybe in family. And this makes sense. Then you've got the Ten of Cups coming in, which is family. So it seems as though there's been some sort of altercation or disharmony between you and your clan or group. And right now is the time where you are going through this searching phase in order to come back to the fold. Okay, let's see what else we have. Let's see how this story goes. It's very positive, okay? So this is the surprise that's coming for you. You will become, you will achieve harmony in your family again. So whatever has taken you away, either physically or mentally. Okay. Let's see how, let me check the view to see how many cards we can fit in here. Yeah, 3 is about a good number. Okay. All right, what's at the bottom of the deck? The Hermit card. Yeah, but the energy is changing. Okay, so right now, the change is coming through, but you are going to maybe assume sole responsibility or the bulk of the responsibility upon having this new information coming through. You do have to work at it. Even, okay, so whatever situation currently that you are experiencing that's causing this friction, you are going to find out more information. So there is illumination. You are going to know the missing part that is causing maybe this conflict. But you would have to pick up the bulk of the responsibility in maybe integrating back into the family unit. What it seems right now is you are working very, very hard, and maybe there are some elements like money which could be a little bit restricted, and hence this has caused maybe disturbance in the family unit, and you have to weigh up the values of material wealth versus maybe kind of spiritual or emotional abundance, what you feel. Because currently energies are being changed. And what I mean by that is, maybe you don't have all the things necessary to maybe provide for the family. If that is what is expected of you, you may not be able to support the family unit in a way that is expected of you. And this has led you to a time where you have to kind of go inwards, use a little bit of intuition on how you're going to navigate this situation. And so it feels as though lots of things are coming at you, and because you can see from this card, right, it seems as though many things are coming at you and you have to juggle many things, but you don't feel you have the resources or the support behind you to take on all those like elements, those responsibilities, those expectations. So it does feel like a burden, and hence you are waiting for somebody to come and help you. So somebody will, or they will give you information, or they'll give you a resource or a suggestion that can help you out. The thing that you've got to be mindful of is that you don't feel overstressed because of this limitation. My guess is that there is a financial constraint of some sort, and hence there is the feeling of maybe not having enough. That's why it says rise above your self-imposed limitations and fly high like an eagle. I think how you see the finances in your family situation is maybe a lot more stringent than what it truly is, or what it seems like from the other members' perspectives. So what you need to be careful of is not to make a decision that is based on the worst possible outcome rather than on a probable outcome. So generally, most of us, we go through like panic attacks where if we sense something wrong, even if it's a little bit, we just take it to the extreme sometimes, because the mind generally does tend to do that. So you know how sometimes you have like an ache of some sort, and like a bad shoulder for like a few days, and then you think, oh my god, maybe I've got a blood clot here, maybe I'll be paralyzed or something. Like your mind does tend to go through these extreme situations. So you have to be careful not to do that, because if you start doing that, coupled with the financial constraint that is perceived on your side, it can lead you to abandoning something which is really great and which is a family unit that is going to stick by you. And so if you tend to, if you want to work this through and maybe engage in an honest conversation with the other family members, you're going to find that they are in fact more supportive than you think. And if you allow yourself to have this downtime, whatever resources were missing at this stage. Now, if you take a look at the Magician here, right? The Magician has 4 elements, but over here, the Magician is transitioning to the High Priestess, which means that maybe not all the elements are available or the resources are available to be used. Hence, you need to apply intuition to be able to manifest a different like destiny or outcome or situation that you're currently undergoing. However, what is underlying this reading at the bottom of the deck is the Hermit leading to the wheel or the changing of luck. And over here you can see the Hermit now has insight on how to cultivate the 4 elements. Okay, so you've got the air, the water, the earth. I always forget one, the fire. Okay, so you've got the passion, you've got the resources, you've got the strategy, and you've got the emotional wherewithal to actually do something. If you give yourself some time off without thinking of abandoning the fold, your luck will change. And hence, the biggest surprise coming for you is that you're going to find out your family's got your back. And this kind of dark night of the soul episode that you're going to have to go through is designed for integration. It's to integrate your own insecurities, to balance yourself out so that you can move ahead. And it will be caution, like it will be cautious, like baby steps, and cultivating a plan that takes time, but it is a meticulous, well thought out plan to move ahead. and maybe tackle this money limitation or restriction that you feel is the biggest obstacle in your life. Okay, so that's what I have for you. It looks like things are going to, things are turning sunny side up for you, because this is a very promising card, very promising energy. So as always, thank you for letting me read for you, and I look forward to seeing you again. A thumbs up, a comment would be appreciated, of course. But yeah, have a lovely day. Bye. Welcome back, group 2. So if you picked this cute little fox card, this is the surprise that's coming for you. So this is the 7 of Wands, which means you are in kind of like a defensive position because you're being pushed to the edge. So right now, maybe there is some sort of confrontation that is forcing or backing you up to a wall, which is making you defensive. Oh, sorry, that's the surprise that's coming. Oopsie. Okay, wait before you switch off. Wait. Okay, I know. All right, I'll be totally honest here. I do watch a lot of other tarot programs, content creators, and I just don't know. I mean, like, but I don't control these cards. So I really am trying to have just positive readings, but I also need to honor what I agree to do, and which is give a reading about things that can possibly happen to people who end up connecting with me. But at this stage, there's not many of you. But so please understand, I'm not rigging these cards. I just shuffle a deck, and whatever falls out, falls out. So I'm hoping that this is going to eventually be of value to somebody who needs this. I mean, I do want to be light and fluffy. You can trust me on this one. But I really also cannot lie. So I'm sorry. These are just the way things are. Okay, let's not waste more time. The card that I got, I'm also using a fixed star card just to compound this 7 of Wands surprise. I got the Zosma fixed star. Now, let me read it as it is, and then I'll put a nicer spin on it. Being highly intuitive and sensitive, you can gain benefits from disgraceful, egoistic, and immoral actions, inclination to melancholy. Okay, so let me give you the Sabian degree. Now, this is 11 Virgo. This particular degree talks about breaking society's expectations of you, or maybe your parents, your teachers, basically any group that or whose opinion matters to you. They could have expectations that you are now prepared to release, and so that might be what's causing this confrontation. Now, don't worry about the disgraceful, egotistical, and immoral. That's just another way for saying things which don't align with society's convention. That's all, okay? And the underlying grounding card or the elemental card is eruption, which, as you can see, it's a volcano. So, I mean, I can't sugarcoat this. There is a caution to not let anger override this particular situation that can lead to being defensive. Okay, but let's see what the actual full story is. So let's use our tarot to look at this more concretely, and hopefully we can get some good guidance and some good advice so that we don't ever reach a position where tempers flare too much. Okay, so please give me the significator for group 2. Significator for group 2, please. Significator for group 2. . It's not going to come out. Okay, there's hesitation there. Now remember that was hesitation moment. Okay, so please give me the significator. There we go. The Empress, good. Empress and Emperor energy, excellent. Okay, so now there's healthy exchange. There is the fertilization, and then there is the ordering of the creation. So this is actually good energy. Okay, so now where is the Empress? In what area in your life? Let's try to find where is this coming from. Okay, where is the Empress? Where, in which area of Group 2's life is this in connection to? In which area? Oh, okay, so listen. Now the Emperor was in 1, so let's see if that has any relevance. Oh, okay, Empress is 2. Okay, this is a relationship. This is most likely your partner of some sort. Maybe this is your, yeah. If not BFF, then this is your romantic partner. Okay, let's put it under here. Okay, tell me this story. Tell me this story. What is this being pushed, being backed to the wall? What's this eruption? Please tell me this story. Please tell me this story. Okay, what is this all about? Okay, first 2 cards. Oh, look. Emperor, Empress. 5 of Cups, but moving to the 6 of Cups. That's great. No need to freak out here. Okay. Knight of Swords. Okay, proving yourself. Juggling again. Oh, beautiful star. What's at the bottom of the... Oh, good. Moving towards the page, which means I'll need a message. So please wait. I just dropped an earring. I keep my earrings in my study, kind of study board area. I've got all these holes on my... Oh, don't worry about it. I'll show you one day. Yeah, it's hard to talk about this contraption board that I have, but I've got all my accessories here as well, so yeah. Okay, so please give me this message. Please give me a message for this Page of Cups that's coming through. Please give me a message. Is there a message? Courage. Ask. Okay, let me take this. Courage. Ask what you are afraid of so you can overcome what's holding you back now. There are leadership opportunities for the taking. Okay, that underlies that. Okay, so right now what we have is, this is a relationship between you and a counterpart. So it's you and one other person. It can be, of course, a romantic relationship, or it can be even a business partnership, or a kind of like best friend relationship. There's probably a buildup of some sort of, like, maybe all the little grievances that, or that when we feel slighted, but because it's this kind of close-knit relationship that we have, we tend to like brush it under the carpet kind of thing, but then eventually it builds up to like a mountain formation and the carpet looks lumpy. So that's the general feeling that I'm getting at the moment. And you're afraid to disappoint your partner. So this is why you're having this build up. Now, your counterpart is also in this spread because the Empress and the Emperor is all here. The Emperor energy, which is your counterpart, needs or is moving towards maybe getting guidance from someone and getting a different perspective. Someone who they feel is their equal. Maybe discussing the intricacies of your relationship, but there will be a consultation to another person or another source, which is more conventional. And this is because your partner needs to prove, I'll use what the picture depiction is. Your partner is trying to prove something to the world or to himself. Okay, so this is, I think this is the withdrawing of the sword. What was that story? Was it King Arthur? Yes, so I had to Google check that. Yeah, it was King Arthur, by the way. Okay, so in order to prove that this person is the rightful one for you, this Emperor, your counterpart, feels as though he needs to achieve the impossible. And so this is what is maybe causing some sort of defensive posture. Now, over here, what we can see is because of this need to prove himself, maybe in society's eyes, that you are an equal couple. This has led to some sort of sadness or maybe a temporary parting in the relationship. Because what is happening here, it feels as though your counterpart thinks what he can do is not enough for what your relationship demands. And he feels, your counterpart feels as though there are too many expectations that are moving towards him, and he doesn't have the wherewithal to actually handle all these expectations. So there is going to be a period in which he must leave one particular mind state or one particular life station to move ahead, to do something, to give himself validation. And this particular movement is going to act as a clarifier to what will give him self-esteem. And I'm only going by that because you're the Empress, and so your counterpart is the Emperor energy. At the bottom of the deck is in fact the King of Cups. So your counterpart is actually very loving, and he does have the generosity and the mindset to be a very good provider and caretaker. But he's not actually so confident in doing that. And the reason why he's not confident is because he feels as though he doesn't match up in some way to either you or society's expectation of his role in the relationship. So he feels as though he must perform this huge feat in order to win this validation. And hence, this is what breaking out of society's expectation is. So he's got two choices. One is to say, okay, screw it. I don't need the validation from our society. Or the second way is to do something incredible. So he goes up and beyond what is expected from him. And hence the advice is exercise courage. Understand what makes you afraid, so then you can overcome it. So this is a question for him to answer. your counterpart to answer. And hence, this is why if this doesn't really change, it's going to push you into a corner. He's like, the energy from your counterpart is going to make you defensive simply because your counterpart right now is in a rocky state emotionally, or he doesn't feel secure emotionally about this relationship. Okay, let's see if we can get some good advice. Okay, let's ask Sun Tzu, the Art of War guide, because what is life but a game of strategy? Okay, so dear Sun Tzu, what can the Emperor, what can the Empress advise the Emperor? So our viewer here is the Empress energy. What can she say to the Emperor to make him less defensive? Or what's a good strategy for this particular situation? Please give us some advice. Okay, 2 cards fell out. Okay, now, be strong, hold steady. When a close relationship like marriage goes wrong, the resulting breakup is never easy. But as soon as you are ready, move quickly, stop feeling sorry for yourself, lay everything on the table, keep your counsel, and don't be battled by BS tactics. The quicker you get it sorted, the quicker you can move on. Remember, you're probably stronger than you think. Value your friendships. Friendship is not something you hand out to anyone. Sometimes they are only confirmed in dark and troubled times. Friendships can form instantly or grow slowly over time. An act of friendship does not have to be grand and dramatic. It can be a lot of little kindnesses added up. Friendships can take a lifetime to earn, yet be lost in a second. Nourish them. Ooh, that's a different spin. Okay, so you've got advice from Sun Tzu, and then you've got the layout of what seems to be happening at the moment. So, yeah, I hope you make the best decision for you. I hope you consider all the variables and do what's right for you. As always, thank you very much for letting me read for you. And I hope the next time you visit me, I've got a happy camper kind of reading and a cheery one. I'm so sorry if you pick this pile and you feel saddened by this. I genuinely am sorry because like I said before, I want to give a positive reading, but it's not all rainbows every day is all I can say. But don't worry, I think Providence has your back, so things will be what they will be. Okay, take care. Bye. Welcome back, Group 3. So, if you chose this card, the King of Wands, this is going to be the surprise that's coming your way within the next month or so. So, you are going to reclaim your inspiration or your life path, and you have everything that you need working for you and with you. So as you can see, this fox here is wearing a crown, and this is the wand, which is fire energy. So the passion or the direction in life. Yeah, okay, so I just needed to check the camera view. The fire or the passion in your life, you've got a firm grip on. And also surrounding you are all the elements that you need to work with. So you've got the squirrel for earth right up the top. You've got the lizard for fire, because lizards traditionally, you know, look like salamanders, which are associated with fire. You've got the bird for air. And you've got this little creature here. I don't know what this is, but obviously, no, this is another lizard actually. Yeah, this is like another lizard. But you've also got maybe water is at the lakeside, or it appears like further forth from the trees. You've got mushrooms. Now, mushrooms traditionally are symbols, which means things which are hidden will come to light. Okay, because yeah, they grow in dark spaces, and then suddenly you've got this delicious morsel that you can use for cooking, etc. Now, to get more information on this surprise, I've coupled your reading with a fixed star and also an elemental energy. So the fixed star that I got was Beltagese, I think. Please forgive me for the pronunciation. Now let me read. I set the camera too high. Now I can't see what I... Okay. Beltagese, heaven promises you luck, success, and everlasting fame. Your action on earth brings approval of heaven. So this is very, very good. A very, very good fixed star to have working for you. And also the Sabian symbol is 29 Gemini. So 29 Gemini is a very happy-go-lucky energy. So it's the archetype of the like happy little bird walking along, singing a tune, you know, that kind of energy until it finds its own nesting place and it starts building up from that point. So this is going along with the flow or going with the flow until you find something that really resonates with you, and then you can start making your plan, laying down some roots. So once you do that, the success is pretty much promised. The elemental energy here I have, of course, is this person. And this person, as you can see, there's a lot of growth inside because this is like a forest of some sort. And I mean, epiphanies, we all know what they are. So the answer has always been within yourself, but the opportunity to make two or more elements to hit and create that source of inspiration, that aha moment, is going to come to you very soon. So the surprise that is on your way is you are going to gain control or direction in life, because while you're currently on this trail of finding it, you are going to find it and it will hit you via this epiphany. Okay, so now let's get our tarot and let's find out more about this surprise that's coming your way, hopefully within a month or so when you watch this video. Okay, so please tell me Group 3's significator. Please tell me Group 3's significator. Okay. Oh, 7 of Cups to 8 of Cups. Okay, what's this about? Maybe at this current stage you're quite lost in something, but let's find which area the 7 of Cups is in. Okay, 7 of Cups for Group 3. In which part of Group 3's life is this energy hitting? Alrighty. Seven of Cups. Nope. 7 of Cups. Oh, okay, so relationships. All right, relationships and emotions. So yeah, which fits because King of Wands is regaining that passion and that fire and holding it or utilizing that energy. So right now, okay, so what it seems right now is there is some sort of reprieve coming your way, because as you can see, there's a little bit of light shining on this flower, but in some sort of pot that's already been broken. So normally people don't think something as fragile as a flower can be salvaged, but it can. But this is a transitional energy. So going from the 7 of Cups, which means maybe the choice that you made at a particular time in your life was made under false premises or false information, things that maybe weren't so factually true, but you did want to believe it to be true. And now there's a possibility of turning away from something that you already embarked on. And you're going to get this epiphany that's going to tell you something. Now, what is this story? So tell me about this epiphany. Oh, okay. So we are moving ahead. Now, let me see how many cards can we fit. Yep, it's the same, pretty much 3. Okay, and we got a page. We need a message. 3 of Wands. The Sun. Oh, there we go. Star, Moon, Sun. Wow. What's at the bottom of the deck? Okay, 6 of Cups. Okay. But we got a page here, so we need a message. Okay. Please tell me, what does the page want group 3 to know? What does Page of Cups want group 3 to know? Yeah, this is definitely passion in a relationship, because look, there's lots of cups. Cup energy, wand energy, a lot of cups. Okay, a lot of emotions. What does the page want group 3 to know? Okay, so roll the dice. Time to put yourself out there. You are hiding your talents, and it's time to take a risk and step into the spotlight now. Okay, so this may not be a relationship then. This may actually be more of an emotional realm thing. It could be an emotional realm thing then. Okay, but let's see how this goes. Okay, so like I said before, maybe a previous choice that you made was a choice made on incomplete facts or information, and hence now the thing that you've wanted seems to be no longer possible. So there's a plan for you to leave it and abandon what you have already pretty much created. But never forget, look, the flower is still holding up even though the pot has been broken. Okay, so right at this point, you are trying to move ahead, maybe leave this project, but you're confused, but you don't feel as though you have really another option to exercise but to move on. Okay, so you are setting towards what you feel is a new vision or a new goal. And what is underlying that is because you do want the full happiness, okay? And you want the whole happily ever after. And this aspect could mean in making a family, or in making a completion of maybe like a job or career goal as well. But basically you want a happily ever after moment. So this is why you have decided, upon seeing this particular sign, to move ahead. Okay. Now we get to this point here. The next step is going to this new place is going to be you're going to have a lot of different discoveries for one. It is an arduous journey. Let's not kid ourselves. You've got a long way to go to the top. So if you can see, this couple has just begun, but they are going to reach it, because this transitional card is from 3 of Wands to 4 of Wands. And then you've got the Sun and the Moon as a guidance, which means one complete cycle. So right now you've got this crescent formation, but by the time you reach to the top, you're going to see from the Sun to the Moon, one day, one complete cycle. So you're heading this way. And whatever this kind of confusion that you've had, you are going to reach an epiphany of some sort, okay? But right now at this particular time, it seems as though there's something that needs to be balanced out. And this thing that needs to be balanced out can't be done at the moment. because this epiphany hasn't come yet. So right now, it's like you're in a suspended mode. You feel as though you have to leave because the prior choice that you made wasn't one that was made with all the facts laid out on the table. However, in order to make those sides, like make a more informed choice with the full information, it doesn't seem as though it's available at the moment. So things are in kind of like rooted or grounded in one spot, which there's no movement. So if you take a look at her, she wants to make good on something, but the group of people right in front is going to stop her. So they're just standing in the path, like on the path that she wants to go through. And so there's not much that she can do at the moment. So that's where I think you are at the moment. You're waiting for this epiphany to come. And this epiphany definitely will come, okay? Because you can see here the Page of Cups. You can see this cute little kid here playing with a doll, so it seems. And so this is the first inspiration on how to rekindle love for yourself and love for others by going back to a very primal level. And this Six of Cups confirms it, because this, once again, this is a transitionary movement. So the Page of Cups goes to the Knight of Cups. Once you can rekindle love for yourself, you're going to take the energy and then parlay it to another person, a recipient of this love that you can cultivate for yourself. And of course, once you have that, once you've got self-love, the final outcome is going to be rather pleasant, because can you see these two kids, maybe a childhood sweetheart will come back into your life, or you'll have some connection, because these two little kids that are playing, and if you take a look, it seems as though they transition to the adult version and they kind of fall in love. So this could be the return of a childhood sweetheart. So you might meet somebody who you knew a long time ago. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a childhood sweetheart. Let's say you're 30 now and you met someone when you're 20. So that's not childhood, but just like an earlier period. And you're probably going to rekindle something with that person on a new level. And the former shadow, so remember this prior situation that was made without all the information, that former shadow now becomes clear, because you can see the picture in its entirety. And this scary shadow formation, hand puppet, was just a hand puppet by these two little kids. So it was innocuous anyway, so it's not frightening. However, maybe at this stage, what is causing this lack of movement, mobility, is you're only seeing this part, which is like a scary shadow, like foreboding sign on this couple. But if you take a look at it, it was just something from their childhood, like a game that they're playing. So I think this shadow element hasn't been revealed, and that's when the epiphany is going to come in to reveal that. And so I think this advice, roll the dice, time to put yourself out there, you're hiding your talents, that is this shadow. I'm thinking maybe then this decision that you made regarding this relationship, which is heavily affected by your emotions, was maybe a prior shadow or childhood wound that has grown up to follow you in adulthood. And hence, this particular decision that you made regarding this relationship was due to this childhood shadow more than anything else. Okay, can you wait 1 second? Let me get like a childhood deck. Maybe now it's relevant. Wait, is this like a childhood? Okay, maybe this is like a childhood shadow. Let me just get my inner child oracle deck to see if I can find something. So is this childhood shadow, what is this connected to? What aspect of group 3's childhood produce this shadow, what can they let go of? What is this shadow? Please tell me, what is this shadow that needs to be released? Is it a childhood issue? Two cards. I usually don't take two, I only like one. Okay, but this does seem relevant. Okay, it is okay to be misunderstood. Perception is not always based on the truth. Run wild. Let your inner child run forth. Okay, so I think this, okay, now this makes sense. This totally makes sense. Put yourself out in the spotlight. Let your inner child run forth. It's okay to be misunderstood. Okay, now it looks like this epiphany that you have is because you're hiding yourself behind a facade or a mask of some sort. Because maybe when you were younger, you were always afraid of other people's perception of you. So that ability to be rambunctious and to exercise, to test boundaries, you didn't really do that. And hence, you're seeing things in a more fearful manner than what should be the case. And this is why maybe this decision that you made that was based on incomplete information, instead of it just being a hiccup, like you maybe think it's akin to like the norovirus or something, where it is something so drastic or big, whereas in fact it was just a hiccup coming up. Does that make sense? So it seems as though you've got more of a limitation on yourself, and then because of that you've got an overestimation on the severity of a particular problem. But this epiphany that's going to come along and open your mind, allowing you to see things as they are, is going to make you reclaim your fire and your passion, which is the card that you chose and which is the surprise that is coming. Okay, so I hope that all made sense. I hope that it makes sense to me, but I hope I was able to convey the message correctly. Once this idea comes, this epiphany is the key to unlock this shadow. This childhood shadow is the fear of being misunderstood, and hence you never ran wild, which means you didn't test the boundaries, which means the idea of severity or leniency, maybe the way that you gauge it in life right now is not what everybody else thinks. So maybe you see obstacles to be bigger than what they are, and you feel smaller than what you actually are, in contrast to the problem. So now it's time for a reversaroo, where you grow bigger than the problem, so the problem becomes smaller in relation to you. And hence, the page is asking you to roll the dice and put yourself out there. You are hiding your talents. Wow. I got really emotional. Sorry. Okay. Well, anyways, thank you as always for letting me read for you. And I'm excited for you anyway, because I'm so excited when the epiphany hits and you know how to reverse the way that you're conceiving life to be, not letting a problem overwhelm you, but growing bigger than the problem. So then the problem becomes a teeny part of your life instead. I think that breakthrough is really going to propel you to be a king of your domain. Okay, so thank you very much for dropping by, and I look forward to seeing you again. Have a happy day, and eat some candy, which is what I'm just about to do now. Bye.